So here we are
Yes.
in Boone, North Carolina, with Feeling Lin, watercolor artist and rising star in the watercolor world.
Thank you.
And I do a publication called The Workshopper, and a couple of years ago, I get to pick the picture on the cover. And I was struck by your picture being on the cover of the Workshopper. And
Thank you. Thank you so much. I was so happy about that.
so it was. So here you are in Boone. You come every 2 years.
Yes.
You've got a full class.
Yes.
And when I looked on your website, it said in your biography that you started out to be a dentist.
Correct.
So, and then you traded your instruments for brushes and
yeah, high-speed drill
okay, high-speed drill.
to
And
white brushes.
you live in California, born in Taiwan.
Correct.
So, and now you're doing about 20 workshops a year, right?
No,
No?
once a month.
Once a month.
Once a month.
About 12 a year? Then?
I have to teach my families and all this to do 20.
Okay.
Yes.
So, one of the questions I ask the artists that I interview, when you come into a class, you've got a tremendous amount of responsibility. These people have come from all over the country and they're expecting something.
Correct.
And what do you do to live up to their expectations? What, at the end of the week, what do you want your students to leave with? What's the overriding, what do you want them to take home with them?
First of all, I talk to them how lucky we are here.
Okay.
And being a creative person in art, we are the luckiest people in the world.
Right.
Creative people are so lucky. And then either you're a professional, or I'm more talking about fine art.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, not commercial art. And then I'm specifically talking to the people in the workshop, and they have the time, have the financial support, whatever, and
Right.
have the ability to do that. We are so happy. So drop everything, open their mind, soak as a sponge as much as they could,
Right.
and I don't want them to paint exactly like me, but I will provide them tools and guidelines, and they go home and then to improvise
Right.
to their own style, and then grow from there. What they learn.
Right.
And most of them, they say, I learned a lot. They come up to me, first day, second day, end of the week. I learned so much from you.
So do you teach them composition or color or
Everything.
everything?
Even attitude,
Okay.
and then how to maintain a healthy psychological attitude.
Okay. That's good. That's good. So how did you've got a very unique style. How did you evolve into the style that you got?
Oh, I started little more than 20 years ago.
Okay.
And I have good drawing background. So my first few paintings, they were like very details and
Right.
with no edge qualities. And then I was so proud of myself. But now I look at it, it's just disgusting. Because they are just very fussy, very tight. And while I was raising my family, I actually take classes from Pasadena City College,
Okay.
and then had good teachers there. and they're pretty strict, and then also um, um, spiritually, I have some good teacher too that
Right.
that really build up, give myself build up some good attitude
Right.
toward this, and then also workshops, and I attend workshops. Even now, I am still trying. Not this year, not last year, but I try to attend a workshop, one workshop once a year. I try, not always successful. So, how to develop my own style? It's probably some kind of personality coming out.
Right.
Okay, you learn the design from this teacher. You learn how to be more fluidity from that teacher. You learn how to layers,
Right.
certain amount of layers. Okay, so it's a combination of learning and then also combine my own.
So you talk about psychology, which is interesting. You talk about
Yes,
spirituality. It does, once you mention that, it seems like with your portraits especially, there is a sense of transcendence in them.
Exactly.
So,
Thank you,
and
thank you. That's great. Yeah.
And that's something that you plan, I guess, or that you're a part of something bigger? Is that what you're speaking of? Or?
Not really, but I believe there's something bigger than us
Right.
in the universe. Okay, so I respect that. I respect the earth. I respect people.
Right.
I respect knowledge. I respect authority. So that's my basic way, and then be humble in front of that,
Right.
and. So I don't have anything bigger than that going on.
Right. Okay.
But I think happiness is very important to everybody. Being happy for what you have,
Right.
knowledge-wise, health-wise, and artistic ability-wise.
Right.
Be happy, be positive.
Right.
Yes.
So you're most known for your portraits. How
Correct.
did you get to that place of not doing landscapes or still lifes, but portraits? How did you evolve into that? What interests you about portraits?
Well, there's certain things about that, and then I live in the city,
Okay.
not in a beautiful national park or in the country or beautiful trees and
Right.
hills in here. So I don't have exactly around me every day.
Right.
Okay, and I love people. I love children. I respect all elderly, and then
Right.
so that to start with, and then the way I paint is semi-abstract. It's very, very much into shapes,
Right.
shadow shapes, shadow pattern, and then if I get that, and then the person or the lighting, the patterns,
Right.
and inspire me, and then it's convenient for me, and then I love it. Just it's from my personality. So I would say, say for example, Joe, I just love our Joe Miller.
Right.
I love yours, the landscape around here, but I'm not here, you
Right,
know?
right.
And I could just drawing about that.
Well, it seems like
yes.
in your portraits you're pulling out a certain amount of feeling or light, I would say.
Yes.
All of your portraits, even if they're people that aren't smiling, it seems like somehow they are smiling. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So your
Okay.
color choices and most of your portraits make me feel happy.
Thank you.
So
I think that's exactly how I I want everybody happy.
right.
I am projecting my energy out.
Right.
Thank
okay.
you. That's great.
Yeah. So I wouldn't mind having one in my living room Because
Oh,
every
thank
time you
you.
go by it, you think happy thoughts.
Uh-huh.
You know, that's even when they're not smiling,
Right.
it's still happy.
It's like a-
So I guess part of
being active,
Right.
you know, positive maybe, or thinking.
Right. So what's in the future for Feeling Lin?
Well, I guess just continue. And I don't deal with any galleries, but I try a little bit to be published.
Okay.
So that I submit to splashes. So I'm in splashes a lot, and then once in a while I enter competition like International Artist Magazine.
Right.
Or watercolor magazine will publish me. So I am so lucky that I don't have to struggle for my own living, and then I could do that, and then without any commercial flavor.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So in the future, I enjoy teaching. I don't know what else.
Yeah, that's good. Now, normally the last question I ask is,
Yes.
do you have any favorite stories about Cheap Joe's or Cheap Joe himself, or anything you can enlighten us about?
There's a lot. This one I have to think, because there's a lot of things I probably need to be hurry up. I would say the best facility I ever. And people are like a family here.
Right.
It's just amazingly. And then so giving, so kind. And you're sitting in this beautiful, beautiful surrounding. Feel like everybody's just beautiful and kind and helpful here. Not even talking about amazing, amazing facility.
Southern
The story.
hospitality, almost in a sense. Yeah.
Talking about story, you said story,
Story,
and
yeah.
I had to think what story. What's popped out from my mind? Good thinking.
That's all right.
Yeah. Anything funny?
And there may not be. I mean, it's just, I know you were in New York
That's right.
recently, and
Okay.
was that the American or national?
Yes. It's American Watercolor Society,
Right.
and I have a painting there. So I talked to Joe. Hey, Joe, are you going?
Yeah.
So Joe and Megan, Joe's granddaughter. So we are there. Okay. And you guys probably pretty much know a meeting at Salman Gandhi
Right.
Club. That's the most prestigious
Right.
place to having shows and dinner and cocktail, and then talking to all the top notch
Right.
people in there, and Joe and Megan and John Solomon and Judy Betts,
Yeah.
and some of a lot of them I just first met. But what we do is Joe and I and Megan, we stay at the same hotel.
Right.
Hotel Edison. So I said, Joe, you want to grab a cab? Because my friend and I, we're two girls. And I said, okay, Joe is a guy. And then that was about 10 o'clock in the night. And I said, Joe, you want to go back to the hotel with me? And then Megan, and then he said, of course. So we grab a cab. And Joe and Megan, they have their
Right.
company car ready. And Megan says, oh, don't worry about it. And so by the time we get there, and Megan insists to pay. And I said, you're using your grandpa's money. She said, this is company car. And then I have this, I stick in my hands out to the driver. I said, I got cash. So he just grabbed my
Yeah.
cash. So They're so generous. You have to try real hard to beat them.
You have to try real hard. Joe likes to pay, so.
Yes.
Well, Feeling, it's been nice talking to you, and I hope that the rest of the year works out for you. And,
thank you.
And it's nice to know that you're not only teaching people to do art, but you're trying to give them that boost mentally so that they have a positive attitude in their lives toward their art.
Correct.
And toward their fellow people. So you're an ambassador of wellness and art.
Oh, that's great. Oh, that's a great way to put it. Thank you so much.
So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.